So
Say hello to Kawasaki ZX-25R SE. This is the smallest cubic capacity inline 4 engine which Kawasaki produces. Revs up all the way to 17,000 RPM, produces around 44 horsepower and 22 newton meters of torque. Comes in with a color 4.3-inch TFT dash. Raise your riding position. Let's go out and take it for a spin.
high revving 4-cylinder Kawasaki engine. Good sound. Has 4 riding modes: road, rain and sport. Q shifter comes in as standard, and I'm only allowed to ride within this circle, so trying to do what I can with the limitations. I'm planning to get this because I got bitten by the knee down bug. Very light clutch, brake. For the power of this motorcycle, it is okay. Makes a lot of sound but doesn't pour because it's only a 250cc engine. But the kick shifter comes in as standard. There is traction control set. There is traction control. There is cornering ABS in the front and the back. Can you take it to the track? Not a big track. Maybe take it to the go-kart circuit in Sepang. Brake has got a good bite, so that's okay. I'm only using the front brake, I'm not using the back. Take into consideration it's got the traction control and everything. Should be okay. So if I have to knee down on this motorcycle, it is okay. It's not that difficult. Maybe makes a good noise. Not really sure where you guys can hear it. I'm seriously planning to buy it to reignite my passion of the track riding. So this time I did not use a clutch. Kick shifter works. I don't know beyond how much RPM you can use a kick shifter. Ducati, it recommends to make use a kick shifter beyond 2500 RPM. So kick shifter works. Traction control seems to be working. It's absolutely okay. I did not use the clutch at all. Because this is a high revving engine, now I'm at 6000 RPM, 8000, 10,000. At 10,000 there is indication to change the gear, which is good. So which means that because it's a high RPM engine, you can tend to change the gear without using the clutch and using the quick shifter alone. So that's a good thing. Don't have to really worry about the RPM which you are in to change the gear. For me to practice in the go-kart, circuit, I think this is a perfect motorcycle for me to start with. It's a little heavy. It's not as light as the one which I'm used to in the track. This one, curb weight of 180. kilograms of 88 kilograms of curb weight. That's quite heavy for a 250cc motorcycle. The riding position on this one is perfect for a track based use. If I had to take it for a track, the tire need to be changed, but other than that, got all the bells and whistles which you need. ABS on the front and the back. Did not use the clutch at all. I'm on the second, and I think 10,000. Here's the RPM where it will give the indicator to change the gear, and I think I like the motorcycle. Am I going to sell my hypermotard? No, I'm not going to sell my hypermotard. I'm going to keep it. Then I'm going to make use of this for the track alone. It makes all the good noise which you really want. I think this is the smallest cubic capacity inline 4 which you can buy in a mass-produced motorcycle. Residential area, I'm not planning to take it beyond, but this is perfect for the knee down. 12 to 14,000 RPM. So in the absence of ZX-4RR, which Malaysia probably is not going to get based on the people from the Kawasaki, we probably had to live with only this one. So for the people who are planning to get the smallest smallest cubic capacity 4-cylinder motorcycle, this is the one and only choice, probably in Malaysia and probably in the world. And I think I'm going to go out and buy it. I'm definitely going to buy it. This is more of a track oriented riding position, and even though the weight is a little heavier than what I would like to have, it is what it is. So I'm going to give the motorcycle back. This is the Kawasaki ZX-25R SE. I think SE stands for the special edition. It's got an inline 4-cylinder, 250cc 4-cylinder engine, the smallest cubic capacity 4-cylinder engine mass-produced motorcycle in the world, I think. And it's got a quick shifter as standard, got traction control, got ABS unit in here. It's a Nissan caliper, single piston caliper. I think it's 220 millimeter single disc floating caliper, double swing arm. Rear shock only has got the preload adjustability. For ZX-25R got preload compression and rebound adjustability, but this one only has the preload adjustability.
We got a screaming inline 4 engine which revs up all the way to 17,000 RPM, produces 46 horsepower and 22 Newton meters of torque. In the front, it's got a 310mm single disc radially mounted caliper with ABS and an upside down show fork with preload adjustability alone. It's got a 15-liter fuel tank and has got a curb weight of 184 kilograms, which means that it's not on the lighter side.
Got preload adjustability in the front alone. No compression and rebound adjustability. It's got a seat height of 785 millimeters, so this is easily accessible for vertically challenged riders. Quick shifter comes in as standard. Let's turn this on. When you turn this on, you can hear the fan going on this motorcycle. Maybe it was because it just came back and the engine is still hot. The fan got switched on automatically. So it got the gear indicator in here, the fuel gauge in here, trip meter in here. The RPM gauge goes all the way to 16,000 RPM. 8920 will not really work. And this is how you change the riding mode. So now it is in the road riding mode. Not really sure you can see that. It's in the road riding mode. How to change it up? Press this button, keep pressing this button, and you can see that it changed to sport. And you can see that the KQS stands for the Kawasaki quick shifter. It's already on and enabled. And press this button, keep on pressing it down, it become road. Come back and keep on pressing it down, it become rain. So there are 4 riding modes, as I mentioned. I was riding this motorcycle: rider, rain, road and sport. I think there is some amount of power difference between all of these riding modes, but I'm not really sure how much is that difference between each of those riding modes. The clutch is very soft. The brake has got a good feel and bite to it, even though it's a single disc. Go and turn this motorcycle on. So the slow speed is kept high for whatever reason, and you can see that on a small flip of the throttle, RPM easily goes up to 4,000 RPM. So which means that the quick shifter, you can easily engage it without any kind of second thought. I'll let you hear it. Got LED lights, LED turn signals. So what I forgot to mention was a rider mode. In this rider mode setting, you can change the power and the traction control. Now the power is in the low mode. You can change it to F in the full mode. There are only 2 options in this one, low and full. So you can see the traction control is blinking right now. You can change it to 1 and the traction control can be off. Okay, there are 4 levels of traction control in here. 3 is the most, then 2, 1 and then off. So that's how you change the traction control only on the rider mode option. 4 riding modes: the rider, which is a configurable riding mode, rain, road and sport. This one you change the trip meter using this switch. You can see the trip changing: auto, trip A, trip B. This one we used to take the other options, the battery, kilometer per liter, average kilometer per liter, range, and average speed, and the total time it was used to run. That's pretty much it. Full color TFT dash on a 250cc motorcycle with traction control, ABS, all the bells and whistles which you ever want. If you have the money and if you're inclined for track, you should come and buy it.